If you're planning a trip to Greece in 2026, this is exactly how to plan your bookings and your budget. Obviously, a lot of people start the process by searching for flights, because for the best prices and availability, you have to book those flights 6 to 12 months ahead of time. But booking a flight is not necessarily the first thing you should do. For you actually buy your flight to Greece, you have to choose the places to go to that fit you and check how you will move between them. There's 226 islands in Greece. They're all very different, not all of them are connected. So you have to pair islands that match your preferences and sit close together or have efficient connections. If you have trouble finding the right island, I tag the video in the caption where I go through a lot of Greek islands and why to book them. Ferry schedules come out between November and April, but most of them are out by February. You don't have to book the ferries now. Booking 1 month ahead of time is also fine for most routes, but you have to check the connections either on a ferry comparison website on gtp.gr, which shows all the routes and connections, or on openseas.gr, where you can check the ferry schedules from last year. If you have that whole itinerary written out, then you can book your flight, because if you're coming in from the US or Canada and you are ending or starting at Santorini, Mykonos, Crete, Rhodes, Corfu, or another island with an international airport, it means that you can also connect in London, Amsterdam, Germany. You don't have to fly through Athens. You might find a cheaper or shorter flight than when you were searching with Athens as your end destination. Then it's time to book hotels between 3 to 6 months ahead of your trip. The Greek season ends in October, November and December. A lot of people are taking a break, hibernating, which means the sweet spot for snatching the best deals is when everything is available, but not everything is booked up yet, which will be around Christmas and early January. In November, not every accommodation has opened their dates yet. Now over to budgeting your trip. We will discuss budgeting domestic flights, ferries, food and drinks, sunsets and activities, but you also need to reserve some budget for mobile data because the island Wi-Fi is super unreliable and slow. The easiest way is to set up an eSIM before you fly. You have instant data on landing, no SIM swapping, and it's often cheaper than an international provider. These Airalo plans are 4 to 42 euros, and with the code SATSHIKI3 you will get $3 off of every plan worldwide in the Airalo app. Domestic ferries and flights are between 10 to 100 euros per ride, depends on the company and the distance. For food, I would budget between 30 and 100 euros per day per person. Totally depends, are you going to bakeries or doing a lot of meals yourself, which is cheap, or are you going out for every meal and are you going into local tavernas or a high cuisine restaurant? For sunbeds, expect 10 to 35 euros for the last row depending on the island and the month. Activities like tours and boat trips, 25 to 100 euros generally speaking. Car rental, 25 to 70 euros per day for a small car. If you drive only automatic, book on time because there's limited availability. Everything I just said is explained in depth in my Ultimate Tourist Guide to Greece, which you can find on my website. Follow me for more Greece trips and enjoy planning.